It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ, where business becomes show business. Now, live in studio and promoting the entrepreneurial spirit that drives the American economy, your host, Jamie Meloni.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, and welcome to another show of That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Catch this show on here weekdays at 8 a.m. as this show is all about the business owners and entrepreneurs dotting the Tampa Bay and regional landscapes. And as always, I like to extend an invite to any and all business owners who'd like to come in and be featured on the show. There is no charge, so don't let that stop you. Please reach out to me. Best way to get me is an email, jamie@tampabayradio.com. Again, jamie@tampabayradio.com. Also, you can learn more about the show over at my website, tampabayradio.com, where you can catch past shows of this show as well. And also, you can check out our guest network. Got a lot of great interviews up on the website. Just head over to the main tab that says Guest Network and catch some of the great interviews that I've had. I'm in my 8th week here of this format, and very excited. Met a lot of great and very influential people, and very excited to be doing this new format here on 1250 WHNZ. And again, you'll find me here weekdays at 8 a.m. Also, you can connect with me on all the social networking sites, facebook.com/That Business Show. Also on Twitter under the handle Jamie_Meloni. Also available on demand anytime on my website, tampabayradio.com, as well as over on iTunes. If you're a podcast listener, I put all the shows up usually within 24, 48 hours. Catch that over on iTunes and just search for That Business Show. Got a packed house today for you. Got 3 great guests lined up for you here today on That Business Show. Here in just a moment, we're going to be talking with Todd Quincy, Area Director of Jersey Mike's Subs. And on the second part of the show, we're going to be talking with Allie and Sarah Cater. They are the Tampa Bay area directors for the Planet Smoothies franchise. And also I've got Andrew Meyer, owner of Continental Wholesale Diamonds, in studio with me today. So got a great lineup of very accomplished business owners and entrepreneurs and influential people here in the Tampa Bay region. And let's go ahead and go to the first guest here who's checking in with me this morning. Todd Quincy is an area director at Jersey Mike's Subs, which is known for its authentic, fresh sliced, fresh grilled subs. He started his career in 1981 as a staff member for Domino's Pizza and rise to the position of regional director for the state of Florida, and then moving on to become a 20-store franchisee. In April 2009, he became the area director for Jersey Mike's Subs for the state of Florida. Todd, how are you doing today?
Good, Jamie. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for checking in on this early Monday morning here. Tell me, with 18 Jersey Mike's Subs in the Tampa and St. Pete area, it's likely our listeners have eaten at one of these restaurants. Tell us about the company and even your experience as you've expanded into the market.
Well, the company is, I like to call it the best unknown sub company in America. We have 900 locations nationwide in 40 states, 18 here in the Tampa Bay area. And I think we've got the best sub out there, and we've got dynamic franchisees, staff members who really care, and we have an ownership group up in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, that is exceptional at what they do, and we think we have a really good thing going.
Now, we understand that at Jersey Mike's you're dedicated to giving back in the communities where you operate your restaurants. Where does this corporate philosophy stem from?
Well, Peter Cancro, who is the owner of Jersey Mike's, started when he was 17 years old in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. And right from day one, he's just had a philosophy of giving back to the communities that support, our business day in and day out. And so, that's where it started, and it's just kind of had a grassroots movement across the country and here in the Tampa Bay area that mirrors his beliefs of, give to give, support your community, and good things will come as a result.
Now, I know we're in the midst of Jersey Mike's Subs' Month of Giving campaign, and just a few days away from the Day of Giving. Explain to us what this fundraising program is all about.
Yeah, so for the month of March, nationwide, all of our local franchisees pick a local charity, and then for the entire month of March, they raise money for that charity. Here in the Tampa Bay area, we pick Camp Hopataki, which is a direct connect to Tampa General Hospital and the Tampa Fire Department Local 754. And what they do is they treat children who've been burned badly for a week at a camp so that they can kind of relax and be around other people who have suffered, that horrible tragedy. And so we raise money for the month of March for that, and then at the end of the month we, cut a check to Tampa General Hospital, who directly funds that program. And specifically on Wednesday, March 25th, all the proceeds go directly to the camp. So 100% of all the sales that we take in on that day will be directly donated to Tampa General Hospital to support, Camp Hoppataki.
Camp Hoppataki on March 25th. So this is all gross sales on March 25th on your day of giving is going to go to this organization?
Correct.
Oh, wow.
And that's what happens nationwide. So all Jersey Mike's across the nation have a different local charity, and 100% of all our proceeds go to those local charities on that particular day. And then, of course, during the entire course of the month, anybody that comes in and makes a donation, that goes as well.
Wow, that's an amazing thing to do for the people of Camp Hoppataki. Now, why did the Tampa St. Pete Jersey Mike's restaurants choose Camp Hoppataki for its fundraising event?
Well, it's a good question. We had 5 local charities give a presentation at a group meeting that we had back in October, and all of them were, very worthwhile. I think it just boiled down to the fact that it was kids based. We like that part of it. It's one that is completely necessary. I can't imagine being burned, but if I had a child that was, I hope there'd be some place they could go where they could just take a break from what comes their way on a daily basis in life. And it's just a really solid group. Tampa General Hospital is a solid group, and we just thought it was very worthwhile.
Well, thank you very much for giving back to the community in that manner. Again, March 25th, the day of giving, you're going to be donating 100% of your gross sales to Camp Hoppataki, the organization that the Tampa St. Pete Jersey Mike's restaurants have chosen. Now, last year there were 12 Tampa St. Pete area restaurants that raised more than $27,000 through the month of giving. Do you expect to surpass that amount this year, and what are the fundraising goals nationwide?
Yeah, we will. There's no doubt about it. We'll surpass it here locally, and we'll do so, I think, by a wide margin. And then nationwide, I think the goal this year is $1.5 million for nationwide for the entire company. So I think that both of those will be surpassed.
Wow, that's incredible. How can listeners get involved with the month of giving and the day of giving?
Just come in. You come in, enjoy an exceptionally great sub. You can make a donation at the counter when you check out. And then on the day of giving, come in, and whatever you buy from us on that day, 100% of that will, on Wednesday, will go to the charity. So it's just about walking into any one of the 18 Jersey Mike's here in the Tampa Bay area, and enjoying a great sub, and we'll do the rest.
Well, thank you very much, Todd. This is a great program, and thank you very much again for helping out the community. It's always good to see business owners and the businesses giving back in this manner. And again, this is on March 25th is the big day of giving, where you're giving 100% of your sales to this charity, Camp Hoppataki, correct?
Correct, Jamie, and thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much, Todd, for checking in, and have a great rest of your Monday.
Thanks, see ya.
All right, everybody, if you were just tuning in, we were just talking with Todd Quincy, Area Director for Jersey Mike's Subs, about their national campaign here, a month of giving. In particular, on March 25th, the day of giving, they're going to be donating 100% of your gross sales to Camp Hoppataki, a organization dedicated to helping burn victims in association with the Tampa General Hospital. So if you want to help out people in the community here, head over to Jersey Mike's Subs on March 25th and buy a sub, and 100% of that sale is going to go over to Camp Hoppataki. So again, thank you very much over to Jersey Mike's Subs for helping out the community in such a manner. Got to take a quick break, but coming back from the break, we're going to be talking with Andrew Meyer, owner of Continental Wholesale Diamonds, here on That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.
Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage want you to experience the thrill of one-day underwriting and the comfort in knowing your loans will be clear to close in record time. While the competition looks to a lost closing date, Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage focus on their 12-day clear to close. They do this by utilizing their world-class operations staff to underwrite your loan within 6 hours, process your loan in 12 days, and have your loan closed in time. Underwritten in 6 hours, cleared to close in 12 days. Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage.
Are you looking for a local real estate firm that knows the market and has your interests in mind? Then contact Jim McPeak at McPeak Real Estate Firm. a family-owned business whose agents have over 60-plus years of experience in the Tampa Bay market. Many of the agents are military veterans that know the VA process for buying a home and are proud to help our military members in any way they can. From residential to commercial real estate, McPeak Real Estate Firm is here to help. Contact Jim at 813-495-3875 and learn more at McPeakTeam.com.
In the market for a reverse mortgage? Contact Access Reverse, a local company with personalized service in the Bay Area. Call them at 727-347-0305 or visit accessreverse.com for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. They'll come to your home and speak with you about the best options for your reverse mortgage. Plus, they offer the lowest closing costs. Don't just get a reverse mortgage. Get the right reverse mortgage with Access Reverse. Visit accessreverse.com. NMLS number 4566.
Hey there, it's Lynn Wise, the founder of Wise Business Advisors and Contractor Business Alliance. I am a certified value builder advisor, and I help business owners build a company that will allow them to have the business that they dreamed of when they started. Why did you go into business for yourself? I'm sure it was not to work 100 hours a week with no work-life balance and no financial freedom. What am I talking about? I'm talking about building a business that provides value to you and your family now and in the future. You can learn about the 8 essential areas of a business that you must build to have a business that can be an asset for your future. Go to wisebusinessadvisors.com and take the Value Builder score. It is free and will deliver your score immediately on how you are doing on building a valuable business for you and your family. Or call me at 772-834-8513 to learn more about the Value Builder system.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
This report is brought to you by Unbound. You are not alone. That's the message you send when you sponsor an elder living in poverty. Unbound is the only international sponsorship organization serving society's oldest and most vulnerable members. Learn more at unbound.org.
From the Bright House Network's Traffic Center.
We are now seeing delays in Pinellas County on 275 northbound from 175 to Gandy. Still seeing westbound delays on I-4 approaching Branch Forbes because of an earlier crash that's still off to the side. We have a serious crash in Tampa now on Fowler just east of 75. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamston, Uterwick, Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
Showers and maybe a thunderstorm. A 60% rain chance. High 80. Tonight drying out, partly cloudy. Low 65. Tomorrow a 10% rain chance. High 81.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome back, everybody, to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Again, catch the show on here weekdays at 8 a.m. on 1250 WHNZ. Also, you can learn more about the show over at TampaBayRadio.com. If you're just catching the show for the first time, this show is all about promoting business owners and entrepreneurs in and around the Tampa Bay region and talking about all the great events. So this is a show with a positive message. And again, I'd like to extend an invite out to any and all business owners who are interested in coming in and talk with me here on the air. It's no charge, so don't let that stop you from contacting me. Just shoot me an email. Jamie at TampaBayRadio.com is the best way to get me. Jamie at TampaBayRadio.com. And give me a quick pitch of what it is that you do. And I, again, love to hear from you and love meeting all the great, influential business owners in our region. So, again, please feel free to contact me, Jamie at TampaBayRadio.com. Got a great week of guests lined up again for this week. Tomorrow we're going to have 3 insurance experts in here from Wallace, Welch, and Willingham. So tomorrow's all going to be about insurance. We talk about property insurance, homeowners insurance, probably a little bit about Obamacare. These guys know everything there is about insurance, a big insurance firm over in St. Petersburg. And very excited to have them on the show tomorrow. So 3 insurance experts, and going to have them in on the show tomorrow. On Wednesdays, as always, we'll have our Working Women Wednesdays feature, sponsored by the Working Women of Tampa Bay and Jessica Ravelli's very influential women's networking group. And we're going to be talking with Teresa Wells-Turner. She's an accounting and tax specialist. So if you want to, we're coming up on tax day here in just less than a month. So she'll have some great tips for all us business owners and entrepreneurs about getting our taxes in timelies and deductions and things of that nature. And also we'll have Julie McAdoo, owner of Office Pride, a commercial and residential cleaning company, on Wednesdays as well. And on Thursdays, as always, we'll hear from Jim Yeager of Yeager & Company with the Remodeler's Corner on the second part of the hour. And may have Charlie the Plumber in again. He seems to stop in here every week with Jim now as well, and becoming quite a regular here on the show as well. So they'll be in here on Thursdays along with Christina Themech with Pino's Palette, local company over in St. Petersburg, about painting and eating, things like that. It's kind of a mesh between the two things. So I'm kind of interested in learning. I'm actually very interested in learning about their business again. So that's going to be on Thursdays. And then on Friday, we're going to be talking with the president and CEO, John Papandrea, of Willow Glade Technologies, which is a company dedicated to using technology to empower cancer patients. And so they got some great products in the breast cancer field. And so very excited to hear what John Papandrea, president and CEO of Willow Glade Technologies, has to tell us on Fridays. So let's go over to our next guest for the show, Andrew Meyer, who is the owner of Continental Wholesale Diamonds here in Tampa. Andrew, how are you doing today?
Doing fabulous. How you doing, Jamie?
So tell me a little bit more about Continental Wholesale Diamonds. There's so many diamond companies out there, and you see them all over the television sets. Let's start with Continental and how it's different from the other stores out there.
Well, what makes us different is, number one, we truly are manufacturers. We truly are wholesale. We sell to other jewelry stores. So we are the only ones in the area that can not just claim it, but that it's true. We don't ever say anything that we can't back up.
Now, you say that you make the diamonds. Are you traveling overseas and looking at these diamonds? And talk to me a little bit about the sourcing of your product.
We make the jewelry. We don't make the diamonds. The diamonds are made by
nature. Right.
It takes a million years or so, and we don't really participate in that.
Are you and people from your company that go overseas into the diamond mines and see those, or are you bringing those in and you're just making the jewelries in your stores?
We travel to the cutting centers and buy directly from the cutters. So we travel to Tel Aviv, we've traveled to India, to two of the major cutting centers around the world, and of course New York, and we buy directly from the cutters.
Now, you have a pretty extensive background in gemology and diamonds. I see you graduated University of Miami in 1977, went to the Gemological Institute of America, and have a graduate gemologist. Am I saying that right, gemologist?
Gemologist, correct.
I'm not used to saying that word. Talk to me about your background in this business.
Well, I'm third-generation jeweler, and after I graduated the Gemological Institute of America and then went through the American Gem Society, became a certified gemologist, I went to work in the family business, which was in the costume jewelry business. And from learning about diamonds, I said to my father, gee, I want to start selling the shiny things. Mm-hmm. So actually, when I was at the University of Miami, I also ran a jewelry factory and learned how to make jewelry at the bench. And that was very important, so that I would learn the fine details of working on the bench and actually can make a piece of jewelry myself, as opposed to just having somebody do it for me.
Is it very difficult? I mean, I'm sure it's difficult, but I mean, how long does it take to learn to make jewelry? I mean, obviously, you got to go to school for many years for that. Talk to me about what's involved in making a piece of jewelry.
Well, in terms of making a piece of jewelry, it's the design. You've got to have an eye for what makes the difference between something that pops and something that just sort of lays there on your hand. And there's very fine lines of that you learn when you work with master jewelers. And I learned from some really phenomenal jewelers when I was in school how to make a piece of jewelry properly and what made the difference between something that looked great and something that looked good. And we like to make jewelry that looks great.
Now, see, you've worked on many industry boards, including the American Gem Society. You're vice president, helped to found the AGS Diamond Grading Laboratory. Talk to me about this experience.
Well, I've always believed in giving back, and I'm a very, very fortunate person that I've been blessed to be in this business and make a good living from it. And So therefore, you have to give back to your industry. So I served on the American Gem Society Board of Directors, rising to vice president. And then during that time, we founded the American Gem Society Laboratory, which is one of the 4 main grading laboratories and one of the 2 most respected laboratories in the world, where they grade the diamonds and evaluate them. In fact, the AGS laboratory is the best-known laboratory for cut grade, which is one of the most important parts.
How difficult is it to grade jewelry? I mean, I myself, you could hand me a $100 piece of jewelry, and then hand me a $10,000 piece of jewelry, and I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I mean, what type of how difficult is it to learn to tell the difference between true quality jewelry and then the knockoff stuff that's out there?
Well, when what you do is you go to school and you get a base, and then you go to the school of hard knocks and you put your money up. And you buy diamonds, and that's how you learn really what you're doing. And the more that you buy and the more that you see, and I go to the cutting centers, and I work with the cutters, and they show me the differences. And I'm constantly going to different classes and seminars and learning how to, the different nuances of what makes one diamond so much better than another. And we take that knowledge, and we also show it to our customers. So when you come into our store, before you even see a diamond, we're going to give you a little lesson on diamonds. We're going to educate you because we believe in education. We think it's one of the most important parts of the whole experience in buying a diamond. So,
what's some of the educational tips that you give to consumers when they come into your store when you're looking at a diamond? What are you teaching them, and what are you showing them about the jewelry what you have on display?
Well, the first thing we talk about is the 4 C's, which is cut, color, clarity, and carat weight. And we explain the relationship between those as to what goes into a diamond, because the 5th C of cost is the sum of those 4 parts. So somebody has to understand what those are and how important they are. And then we show them the differences. And so it's each individual's choice as to what's most important to them. But they've seen it with actual diamonds, and when they differentiate, they decide what's important.
What's the most of the 4 C's? What's the most important in terms of value? The cut, the clarity,
In terms of value, we add the cut and the color as our 2. We say that's 1A and 1B. And when we talk about cut, we're not talking about the shape. We're talking about the quality of the cutting, the proportions.
Now, your stores, where are they located? Or you just have the one location, and do you have any plans?
We only have one location that's open to the public. We have our full shop in New York. We have an office in Philadelphia, but open to the public only here in Tampa. We're at 1715 Northwest Shore Boulevard in the lobby of the West Shore Center building. We're right across from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Now, one thing that always amazes me about the diamond industry is that you hear so much that it is controlled by De Beers and that they prop up the prices, and they control the demand. Talk to me a little bit about that. How is it that diamond, because diamond is a very plentiful resource on this planet, is it not?
Oh, it's actually a very scarce resource. It's very scarce, and it's actually becoming more scarce. A lot of the mines are not producing anymore. It takes 2 tons of earth to get 1 carat of diamonds.
I could have sworn I've seen reports that said that diamonds are a very plentiful product, and that the diamond industry controls the supply, the supply to keep the prices propped up. But you're saying that that's not true, that the diamonds are very scarce right now, and that the prices that we pay for the diamonds are actually reflective of the actual supply in the marketplace.
It's absolutely a direct result of the supply and demand for diamonds. And the United States isn't the only place that diamonds are popular anymore, and with China and India becoming consuming nations instead of producing nations, there's tremendous competition for diamonds right now that people want. De Beers used to control 85% of the world's diamonds. They now only control about 52%. And so you have the Russians, you have the Australians, you have Rio Tinto, you have many different diamond producers that are controlling the diamonds. And that's a good thing for the industry because you don't have anybody flooding the market. But at this point, it's not possible to flood the market. It's about a 4-month cycle from the ground directly to the cutters. It used to be a 2-year cycle. So it's down to about a 4-month supply that's actually in the chain right now.
How is the resale on a diamond? If I buy a diamond, ring, engagement ring, and I need to sell it because the marriage went south or the engagement went south, what type of resale do you get on engagement rings?
Well, there's 2 things, and we'd like to talk about the good parts of this, which is where you're celebrating a big anniversary and you say, gee, I'd like to get a bigger diamond. So we give 100% of what you bought in trade. So if you spent $5,000 on your diamond, you have $5,000 in trade towards your next diamond. And we always try and help people in every situation.
But if you were just to sell it outright, is it like a 50% knockoff? Or
we try and get people most of their money back, and we work very hard to do that.
So you're saying they hold their value fairly decently versus other assets out there in the marketplace?
It's one of the few assets that actually does hold its value.
No. Hey, stay tuned here. We've got to take a quick break here, but we're just talking with Andrew Meyer, owner of Continental Wholesale Diamonds, here on That Business Show with Jamie Meloni. Coming back from the break, we'll be talking with also Ali and Sarah Cada with Planet Smoothie. So please stay tuned. And again, you're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring-type products, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
To switch and save on renter's insurance. Renter's insurance will cover personal property loss or damage as well as provide liability protection. Visit geico.com today.
Now, kid, I know you look at me and think, man, that guy knows everything. And you're right, I do. But occasionally even I get stumped. I know, hard to believe. But when I need help, I get it from Grainger. Grainger can solve just about anything, from finding the right products to advice on installation to troubleshooting. Grainger gets me what I need right when I need it. When a guru needs a guru, who does a guru call? Guru calls Grainger. Get it? Got it? Good. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello, this is Gregory Downing, father, author, and trainer of the Entrepreneur Unleashed series. I have personally trained over 50,000 individuals how to build wealth safely and quickly with little or no money down. I will teach you what the banks don't want you to know.
Visit LegacyEducation.com to find a free seminar in your area. Entrepreneurs Unleashed free seminars will be held April 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Register at LegacyEducation.com or call toll-free 1-844-426-7424.
This report is brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life.
Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Hi, neighbor.
Mr. Rogers passed along friendship, hoping we would too. Friendship, pass it on, from the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
From the Bright House Network's Traffic Center.
We are still seeing stop-and-go traffic on 275 northbound from 28th Street south all the way to 54th Avenue north. Stop-and-go traffic also on 275 southbound from Beers Avenue all the way to Howard, Armenia. And very heavy traffic on I-75 southbound from Bursby down to I-4. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamston and Uterwick Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line, 866-545-9595.
Winds, Weather Center forecast. We'll see the high today getting up near 80 degrees. 80% chance of showers. Could see a few thunderstorms as well. We'll stay cloudy pretty much all day long. Lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, high of 81. Mix of sun and clouds. Impact Radio, 1250 winds.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome back, everybody, to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Again, catch the show on here weekdays at 8 a.m. on 1250 WHNZ. Also, learn more about the show over at TampaBayRadio.com. We can catch all of my past shows, as well as check out our guest network there on the homepage. Just click on the guest network tab, and you'll see all the amazing business owners and entrepreneurs and community leaders that I've had the privilege of speaking with, and there'll be a link over to their interviews as well. So a lot of great information on that website as well. Again, TampaBayRadio.com. Also, please connect with me on the social networking sites. I'm over on Facebook under That Business Show, and also on Twitter under the handle Jamie_Meloni. Also on iTunes, That Business Show. So please look me up there if you're an on-demand podcast listener as well. I want to go to our second guest, or actually our third guest here for the show. I've got Ali Cater, who is an accomplished entrepreneur, engineering professional, and teacher, as well as a mentor and a community leader. He is joined in studio with his wife, Sarah, and they are the Tampa Bay area directors for the franchise Planet Smoothie, which is comprised of 4 stores in the area presently and 2 more opening soon. Ali and Sarah, welcome to the show today.
Thank you. Thank you, Meloni.
Thank you very much. So talk to me a little bit more about Planet Smoothie and what's going on with your company here.
It's all about healthy lifestyle and healthy living. Planet Smoothie, we offer we offer smoothies that cater to healthy lifestyle.
Healthy lifestyle. Talk to me about the different types of smoothies. I see you've brought your menu in here and everything, and you got it.
Yeah, we have different categories. We call that as Planet Classic, Planet Light, Energy, Protein, and especially the superfood.
Now, Planet Smoothie, this is a franchise, correct, or is this or just local?
It's a franchise, and across the nation and internationally, we have about 150 locations.
150, and you're the Tampa Bay area directors for the Tampa Bay region, then, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, you're also an engineer as well, too. So you're is this something also? I noticed when you called me this morning, it comes up as an engineer. So you do that in addition to being a area director for Planet Smoothie. Is that correct?
That's true, Jimmy. Being a chemical engineering professional, and my wife, she's also masters in chemistry and mathematics. We thought this would be a good chemistry to go and get something great to the Tampa folks, you know.
Yeah, well, that's very inspirational, you know, that you spun off your engineering background into, you know, entrepreneurship in Planet Smoothie. I myself also have a chemistry background. A lot of people don't realize that, but I studied chemistry in my first stint in college, and ended up working 6 years over at what became Mosaic, which was Cargill at the time, and I was a lab analyst, and again, 6 years over there. I never finished my degree in chemistry. That's why I always say, you know, on my show that business finds us. I had no idea what I wanted to do out of high school, and went into college, and you know, started studying chemistry. Got 2 years into it and realized that I hate this stuff. Is the calculus and the physics and all this stuff, and I was like, man, you have an engineering degree. I mean, how do you deal with this type of you know, level of education? I got in there, I'm like, I'm never going to use this stuff. I need to get out of here.
Jimmy, honestly, I give this credit to Sarah. She being a teacher and a mentor, she wanted to do something more than what she was doing. So basically, she explored different franchises, and finally she thought that Planet Smoothie would be the best choice for us. And I'm just doing a sort of a legwork here. You know, I support her, but let me share a message here. Is this type of business are mainly, I would say, women business entrepreneurs can do great in this, because they are a very neat, nice, and healthy business. So I would surely appreciate Sarah for all the effort she has put in. For last 4 years, we had been working very hard to make sure that Tampa region gets the best. And starting.
So she was the inspiration for the business thing, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Jamie.
So how did it come about? Tell me the story of how you decided to go from the boring life as the engineer, in the exciting life of entrepreneurship. I mean, how did you make that transition? What's the story behind that?
I have taught science and maths for almost 15 years, and I thought, let me do something different other than teaching. Teaching is my passion, definitely, but I want to do something different as an entrepreneur, because my father is an entrepreneur, and I wanted also to become an entrepreneur. And this business is a healthy business, as Ali mentioned, and it makes me happy giving something good to the community, a product that will help them, living a healthy lifestyle. And it's a nice, clean business with less botheration, especially as a woman. It's just much easier to run as a woman entrepreneur, this business, which is, I would suggest women entrepreneurs, if they're planning to have a business of their own, this is the best choice for them, because this business not only taught me to be have a healthy living, but also gave me the satisfaction I was looking for as an entrepreneur.
Gives you the sense of accomplishment. I mean, that's so important to being a business to us business owners. Is that sense of accomplishment. That, I mean, it's one thing to go through school and get educated. That's obviously a very accomplished thing. But when you open your own business. They don't teach us that stuff. And so it's very exciting, to accomplish, that, and that's something that I try to inspire all of our listeners out there to do is to, step outside the box and do something different. Now, presently you have 4 stores. Talk to me about where your locations are and also your plans for expansion.
Our 4 stores are Hillsboro, USF, Pinellas Park, and Brandon. The Brandon location, we are relocating to 1923 West Brandon Boulevard. It is next to Sam's Club and Chili's. So we'll be opening that 4th location soon. Addition to this 4 location, we have an exciting news that 2 young entrepreneurs, they have joined the club, and we are about to sign the lease. This will be probably coming up in next few months. So we'll have 6 stores in Tampa, I would say by May, June.
6 years. And what's the time frame that's taken you to get to these 6 stores? I mean, when did you start again?
Actually, we started our journey in 2011. The existing 4 stores were basically running stores. We acquired, we remodeled everything, and now. What makes
Planet Smoothie different from the others, the Smoothie Kings and those things out there? What makes you all different from them?
That's a good question, Jamie. First is we maintain our high quality food standard. Our fruits are not dipped into sugar syrup. We get more fresh fruit, and our frozen fruits are also they are supplied on the best quality. Along with that, our sweeteners are made out of stevia and agave, so that gives more, I would say, no sugar at all.
What kind of sweeteners are you using?
It's a natural sweetener.
What was it called again? I mean, what was it?
It is made out of stevia and agave.
Stevia and agave. Okay, none of that aspartame stuff?
No.
I know John over here runs the Streamcast, has quite an allergic reaction to that stuff. Put him in the hospital a couple of times, as a matter of fact. So stevia and agave. What about natural sugar and stuff? Do you also use that as well?
We tend to use less sugar or no sugar at all.
There's just a lot of natural sugars in these fruits and stuff. So so now franchisee opportunities and stuff. Well, people that want to get involved in Planet Smoothie, how can they get involved with your organization?
We have a very simple approach, like a lot of my especially the new franchisees, those who have come up, they are my regular customers. And when they come and they fall in love with the product, they definitely see an opportunity to do by themselves. So, as Sarah has mentioned, women entrepreneurs are most welcome to join the club. The process is very simple. We take them through like a initial request form, and then once we do the background check, it's like very easy to go forward.
What's the cost for getting one of these up and running from nothing? What do you need? You go rent a building and then pay a franchise fee? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, see, the process is once we have selected a candidate, it's basically the franchisee fee is about $30,000. It used to be $50,000. We have made it now $30,000, so it becomes much easier now.
Mm-hmm.
And then build-up cost, equipment, startup, and grand opening, we look around $150,000 to $190,000.
Okay. Now, you're also very involved in the community. You're talking to me just off the air. You've recently involved in USF and these runs for cancer. Talk to me about your community involvement.
For last few years, we had been very philanthropic, and what we had been promoting is the cancer 5K runs and other cancer programs. What we had been doing is we donate smoothies so that they can raise fund from from that, you know.
And you just made a $10,000 donation to the USF's Global Initiative?
Yeah, we have committed to the global initiative that is by USF, led by Dr. David. And I see a great value addition in that, because the amount of work the USF folks are doing to make an understanding on what is healthy lifestyle and all that makes us really proud of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, some great points. Got to take another quick break. If you're just tuning in, you've been listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. We'll be back.
Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage want you to experience the thrill of one-day underwriting and the comfort in knowing your loans will be clear to close in record time. While the competition looks to a lost closing date, Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage focus on their 12-day clear to close. They do this by utilizing their world-class operations staff to underwrite your loan within 6 hours, process your loan in 12 days, and have your loan closed in time. Underwritten in 6 hours, cleared to close in 12 days. Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage.
Are you looking for a local real estate firm that knows the market and has your interests in mind? Then contact Jim McPeak at McPeak Real Estate Firm, a family-owned business whose agents have over 60-plus years of experience in the Tampa Bay market. Many of the agents are military veterans that know the VA process for buying a home and are proud to help our military members in any way they can. From residential to commercial real estate, McPeak Real Estate Firm is here to help. Contact Jim at 813-495-3875 and learn more at McPeakTeam.com.
In the market for a reverse mortgage? Contact Access Reverse, a local company with personalized service in the Bay Area. Call them at 727-347-0305 or visit accessreverse.com for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. They'll come to your home and speak with you about the best options for your reverse mortgage. Plus, they offer the lowest closing costs. Don't just get a reverse mortgage. Get the right reverse mortgage with Access Reverse. Visit accessreverse.com. NMLS number 4566.
Hey there, it's Lynn Wise, the founder of Wise Business Advisors and Contractor Business Alliance. I'm a certified value builder advisor, and I help business owners build a company that will allow them to have the business that they dreamed of when they started. Why did you go into business for yourself? I'm sure it was not to work 100 hours a week with no work-life balance and no financial freedom. What am I talking about? I'm talking about building a business that provides value to you and your family now and in the future. You can learn about the 8 essential areas of a business that you must build to have a business that can be an asset for your future. Go to wisebusinessadvisors.com and take the Value Builder score. It is free and will deliver your score immediately on how you are doing on building a valuable business for you and your family. Or call me at 772-834-8513 to learn more about the Value Builder system.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
This report is brought to you by iHeartMedia.
Looking for a way to increase your business? Ever thought about advertising on radio? iHeartMedia can customize a campaign to meet your specific needs. Call 844-BUY-RADIO. That's 844-BUY-RADIO. Or go to iHeartMedia.com.
From the Bright House Network's Traffic Center.
We are seeing a very slow ride on I-75 southbound from Bruceby Downs to just before I-4 because of a crash that has the right shoulder blocked. Seeing a stop-and-go ride on the Veterans Expressway from Hutchison to Hillsborough Avenue, and delays continue on 275 northbound from 22nd Avenue South all the way to 54th Avenue North. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamston and Uterwick Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line, 866-545-9595.
Showers and maybe a thunderstorm. A 60% rain chance. High 80. Tonight drying out, partly cloudy. Low 65. Tomorrow a 10% rain chance. High 81.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome back, everybody, to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Again, tune into the show weekdays here at 8 a.m. on 1250 WHNZ, as this show is all about business owners and entrepreneurs in and around the Tampa Bay and regional communities. And again, if you're interested in growing and promoting your show here on the airwaves, feel free to contact me. I'd love to hear from you. Give me a quick pitch of what it is that you do. Again, email me is the best way to get me, jamie@tampabayradio.com. Also, you can connect with me over on my website through the contact feature. Just head over to the website, tampabayradio.com as well. And also, you can catch past shows on demand from that site as well. And also over on iTunes and Facebook.com/That Business Show. Also on Twitter under the handle Jamie_Meloni. I want to go back over to Andrew Meyer. He's one of the guests in the studio today, owner of Continental Wholesale Diamonds. And Andrew, one thing I want to get out, stress to the audience is, your prices are very competitive versus the national chains that are out there. Why are your prices so much better versus the national chains that you see on TV every day?
Well, it's not just the national chains. It's almost everybody you do see on TV today. There's a lot of advertisers in this market that spend a lot of money advertising, and that has to be paid for in the diamonds. So they have to have a much higher margin. However, we are truly wholesale. We are the manufacturer. We go to the source. We buy our diamonds direct from the source. We travel the world in our buying, and we also have a full shop, not only in our office in Tampa on West Shore Boulevard, but we have a full shop in New York with that produces a lot of jewelry for not just us, but for the country. We make a lot of jewelry, and it is our shop.
How do your prices compare on average, would you say, to the national chains in terms of percentage of the price? If Diamond A or Jewelry A costs $10,000, what would you say you could get it in your store for?
Well, it would certainly depend on the chain and which it was. First of all, our quality is going to be much higher than what you see in most of those types of big box stores. And also a lot of the advertisers that you see here, our quality is going to be better. Our prices are going to be anywhere, I hate to say exactly, but it could be 20%, could be 30%, could be 40% less than some of the other chains here. And it is because of our competitive advantage of our high purchasing power.
Now, talk to me again about the locations, and also tell me about the structure of your company. I mean, the staff and the gemologists and the designers that you have in your stores. Talk to me about the locations and then the structure of your company.
Well, once again, we are on 1715 Northwest Shore Boulevard, which is on the first floor of the West Shore Center building in the lobby, and you can't miss us when you come in. We're directly across from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and a lot of people have trouble finding us, and they say, oh, where are you? Well, we're in an office building. We don't have a storefront, which also keeps our overhead lower and enables us to give better pricing out there. Our staff is phenomenal. I think we have the best staff in the whole Tampa Bay area. We have 3 graduate gemologists on staff, and that's not a claim that very many people can make. So our staff really understands diamonds and knows how to explain them and teach and educate people about diamonds. Everybody on our staff has been in the diamond business for many, many years. We have a master jeweler on staff, so we create things. When people want a repair done, it's done right on house. We don't have to send it out. We don't have to wait. It gets done right there. And there's a lot of comfort for people knowing that their jewelry isn't going to leave our store. And they can actually watch their jewelry be worked on. We have the jeweler right out front so that you can watch and enjoy. A lot of people enjoy watching.
Right? No, I can imagine. I mean, it's something that very few of us know anything about. The intricacy of the design and then working on the jewelry. Now, you also offer a custom design feature at Continental Wholesale Diamonds as well. Talk to me about these custom design that people can get in your stores.
Well, many times people don't really know what they want. They have an idea, and then what we do is we create a design for them. And it may be a design from many different types of pieces. People come in all the time with pictures. I want this. No, I want that. No, I want this. No, I want that. And there can be 4 different features of different pieces, and we put all those features together into one beautiful ring that's unique to that person. And so our customers love the fact that they can create a ring in our store that is unique, that nobody else has, but encompasses all their dreams of what they were looking for.
Now, you've made jewelry for some famous people, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali. Talk to me about this experience. How did this come about?
Well, it's been a lot of fun. We have made, when Michael Jordan had a flying camp, we made championship rings for his. It's like a fantasy basketball camp for adults, but we've also been fortunate enough to make jewelry directly for him to present to his wife at the time. And that was just a lot of fun working with somebody like Michael Jordan. And when Muhammad Ali was named Athlete of the Century, we made the championship ring for him, and we actually have an example of that ring in a sample of that ring in the store.
Wow, that's incredible. Now, talk to me. I want to go back again to your history in the business and everything. What was the inspiration for you? This was a family business, correct?
Well, I'm third generation in the jewelry business. I did begin this business on my own in 1984.
Okay, what was your inspiration in getting in this line of business? What were you doing before, and how did you get into the business?
Well, I got into it by going to school and learning about it and working in the shop. And the more I was in it, the more I love it. And I have a love of diamonds. So the more that I see, the more I enjoy. And every time I get to create a beautiful piece of jewelry that somebody wears. And one of my inspirations is that I'm always dealing with happy occasions. People are coming in because they're getting married. It's an anniversary. It's a birthday. There's all sorts of great occasions. Somebody's having a baby and they want to give a push gift. We have great occasions for jewelry giving, and everybody that walks in the store is happy. So we're always dealing with happy people, and that's a great thing to be working with.
Now, when people come into your store, do you have financing options available? Can you work with them on financing in the store, or do they need to come in?
We do have in-store financing, so as long as their credit is pretty good.
Okay, so you can help them with financing in the store as well. So
we can give no-interest financing. We can give 5-year financing. We can do a tremendous amount to help somebody get the diamond of their dreams.
And one thing I've always wondered with diamond dealers and jewelry dealers, the stuff in the display case, or do you own everything that's in that display case, or is it like a car dealership where you have some type of, blanket or umbrella loans on all these things? Talk to me about that. And getting started in something like this, how do you build up that inventory? Did you have investors that helped you? Talk to me a little bit about the development of this business.
Well, this business I took over 2.5 years ago. And Continental's been here since about 40 years now. I took it over. They were my largest customer, and I did most of their bridal jewelry. And I had the opportunity to take the store over, which I did. I didn't expect to move from Philadelphia to Tampa, but I'm here, and I'm thrilled to be here because this is one of the greatest cities I've ever lived in and ever been to, and I enjoy it more every day. We own the jewelry you see in that showcase. We are not somebody that goes out and gets our merchandise from somebody else and sits there. We own it all, and most of it, or a lot of it, we've actually made. We've had to make it ourselves, which of course gives a big pricing advantage. But it is a tremendous capital investment to get into the jewelry business, and we reinvest all of our profit back into merchandise so that we can continually have a better selection for our customers.
Yeah, I can imagine starting something like a diamond and jewelry business. The overhead on something like that is obviously astronomical. Now, you talked about in the beginning where you were learning the business. Did you ever, when you were learning, come across bad jewelry, things like that? Did you ever get stuck with bad pieces? Is that part of the learning process as well? Learning to recognize quality from inferior products and stuff. I know we touched on that a little bit in the second segment, but talk to me a little bit about your ability to recognize good jewelry versus cheaper jewelry as well.
Well, I learned that lesson very early on. My father sent me to New York and said, go buy emeralds, rubies, and sapphires, and I did, and I thought I did a great job. I was just out of school probably about a month, and I thought I knew everything like everybody getting out of school. And I went into New York and I bought emeralds, rubies, and sapphires, and I negotiated, and I thought I did a great job. And I came back, and my father asked how I did, and I told him how well I did, and he went to the safe and he showed me that I paid about 40% more than he had paid. So he allowed me to learn those valuable lessons.
Right.
And while we lost a little bit of money on those, I learned a very valuable lesson. So it just takes a really good eye and takes learning and continual learning and continually being in the market. And that's why I travel overseas to buy our diamonds, so that I can constantly in these markets and can see what is being offered and what the price should be.
Well, great story, and again, thank you very much for coming in the studio today, Andrew. I greatly appreciated it, so thank you very much.
Thank you, and I just ask everybody to come visit Continental Wholesale Diamonds, 1715 Northwest Shore Boulevard. We are in the lobby of the West Shore Center building across from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Sounds like a plan. And to learn more about them over at continentalwholesalediamonds.com. Also, thank you to Ali and Sarah Cater, area directors for Planet Smoothie. Thank you all very much for being in studio today, and learn more about them over at tastydelight.com. That's TASTIDLITE.com. Also, catch the show recap up on the website, tampabayradio.com. Have a great day, everybody. You've been listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni.